Hi, this is Andrew. This is the second of two true crime story videos I'm doing today. This one was also in Miami, Florida. This was the case of Bernard John Bolender, who was a wealthy drug dealer in Miami. You see, during the 1970s and 1980s, drugs were a major problem in Miami, Florida. See, Bernard John Bolender had just gone through a divorce and used to be a club owner up in New York, and then moved to Miami and got in on the drug trade. He became a drug dealer and got very rich and wealthy. He even relied upon a limousine chauffeur to transport his drug money, and he was very wealthy as a result of selling cocaine in Miami. And he was living life well from his dirty dealings. But then one day, during a drug deal that went bad, he was alleged to have killed 4 people during a drug deal that went really wrong. Those 4 people were John Marino, Rudolfo Ayan, Scott Bennett, and Nicomedes Hernandez. They were all found shot dead and put in a car that was set on fire. And it led to the arrest of Bernard John Bolender, who was implicated by 2 accomplices. Of course, Bernard John Bolender claimed he was innocent, despite the fact that his fingerprints were found on the burning car and that he was at his girlfriend's house at the time. But if he claims he was innocent, why were his fingerprints found on the burning car of the 4 dead bodies during the drug deal that went bad? One of those accomplices, Joseph Macker, decided to testify against Bolender. I guess he couldn't use his drug money for his defense because the police of Miami pretty much seized it all. Anyway, Bernard John Bolender went on trial for the 4 murders of John Marino, Rudolfo Ayan, Scott Bennett, and Nicomedes Hernandez. He was found guilty and sentenced to death for the murders. He would spend over a decade on Florida's death row until his time finally ran out. And he was eventually served his death warrant, setting it for July 18, 1995. And on July 18th, 1995, at the age of 42, just 2 months shy of his 43rd birthday, Bernard John Bolender was put to death in Florida's electric chair at the Florida State Prison in Stark, Florida. It's interesting how you had a case of a wealthy drug dealer, but during that time in Miami when drug wars were a problem there. Well, hope you enjoy this video and let me know what you think. Thanks.